WorldWideChels.
I would watch us.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, people, let me know in the comments down below if you lot can hear me. Hopefully the audio is fine. This is a Chelsea live stream. Managed to go to one of my family members' house and we're streaming, people. The stream sessions still must go on. It doesn't matter if the internet is not working at home. I'm going to be bringing you guys every single day when possible a video and a stream, obviously when possible. We're going to be speaking about Ronaldo, Raphinha, Sterling, Dembele, Koundé, everything, people. Every single topic, all your questions that you lot want to get into as well, we're going to be discussing it on here. Guys, run up the likes for my bad connection. Let's get over 100 likes as soon as possible. We've got over 120 people tuned in already. We're going to be getting some of the panelists as well. We've got Matt. We've got a few others coming on as well. So let me know where you tune in from as well. What time zone, what country. Keep running up the likes. Ronaldo, people, wants to leave Manchester United. Would you guys take him to Chelsea? Some of you guys want Cavani, which is a bit of a big L, but Ronaldo for me is the GOAT, people. I'll take him any day of the week at Chelsea Football Club, and he'll teach the ones that miss their chances how to score goals. He managed to take United, I think, 6. A 37-year-old, which many of you guys probably said that he'll probably fail, still did a decent job, and he wants to play Champions League, so we can guarantee him that as well. So Cavani, people. Some of you guys want Cavani. Matt J will want to Cavani as well. But like I said, people, it's a no-brainer. Like Blue Matt is saying in the comments, it's a no-brainer for Ronaldo to Chelsea if possible. But it's been mentioned that he wants to leave ASAP and he wants Champions League. So that is the first topic, people. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. We're going to move on to Ousmane Dembele very quickly as well. I'm hearing that he's going to take the pay cut at Barcelona, 40% pay cut to stay at Barca. Barca want him and Raphinha, from what I understand currently. This is not only from Barca sources, we're also hearing it from UK sources in the last hour. So nothing is guaranteed. Nothing's been updated from Fabrizio Romano or Matt Law or any of those guys. But right now, that's what's being said currently. So if Raphinha, Dembele go to Barcelona or stay at Barcelona, then Chelsea only get Sterling, people. We only get Sterling. So who else can we actually target right now? We're not being linked with anyone else. We've got Neymar, which isn't really... Ronaldo, Neymar, big names, of course, but we're not really going to get them if we're being honest, if you know what I mean. So, ES Grimes, I've backed you forever. If you're watching this, we need an ES Grimes dagger, people. We need something to come up ASAP because Chelsea fans are getting frustrated. I'm still patient. I still believe we'll get the right people in, but realistically, it's taken too long, people. It's taken too long. Raheem Sterling should be a Chelsea player maybe the next few days, or we should see the medical happen in the next few days. But other than that, who are we actually going to get? Raphinha was still in pole position in terms of the fee. Chelsea and Leeds have agreed a fee. Barcelona want to pay installments, and Leeds are not happy because they want more money up top as well. So that is where we are currently. ES Grimes probably on holiday. Maybe. Gnabry, that is a good one. Gnabry is a good one. But I've not seen one link with the player, unfortunately. Adama Traore, I think one of Matt's favourite players in the last 2 years. And he'll give you more insight, depth about this player as well. Just to let you guys know, Lewis Hamilton will win the British Grand Prix tomorrow. Mark my words. Haaland news. I might have to block you, bro. I might have to block you. This is what I mean by Asians, man. They don't support me. Say Maximum. Yes, this is one that we could look at as well, people. Leroy Sané, he's kind of finished in a way for Premier League. You know what I mean? Unlimited Dreamer. Big up to you, man. Always supporting the channel, people. Like I said, man, send the super chat and you'll be entered in the Chelsea 22-23 giveaway. And it'll be live for the winner anywhere around the world, people. Man said Haaland news like it's 2021. Let's rewind it for the memories, people. But now we've had tier one journalists confirm.
No, now it's getting to the business end of the deal, I think. It was more inquiries, trying to get an agreement with the player. Now it's between the two clubs. So I think we're in the last, let's say, innings of this.
So that's how close we were, people, with Raphinha. Raphinha's going on like his Ronaldinho right now, people. It's really, really frustrating as a Chelsea fan what we're going through right now, if you know what I mean. So, you're hacking Ziyech, people. Hacking Ziyech to AC Milan, the most reliable source in Italy, 86_Longo, very reliable for AC Milan, has come out saying they want ASAP hacking Ziyech, 5 million euros loan fee with an obligation to buy the following season for 20 million euros. If it is true and it happens, I wish Hakan Ziyech the very best. Unfortunately, wasn't meant to be at Chelsea Football Club. It's just not meant to be, man. Zaha. Yeah, you know what? Alfred, Matt, they're big fans of, players like Cavani, Zaha, and all these guys, okay? But for me, Chelsea have to make sure they get two wingers in. And you know what? I don't think Callum Hudson-Odoi will go out on loan, personally. I really do not think Callum Hudson-Odoi will go out on loan. This guy is training hard. I know some of you guys will mock him for his goals and all this nonsense, but he looks ready. He's taking a break, a mini break, and he's ready to come back strong. So for the Hudson-Odoi haters out there, like the ones that will be joining me in a few minutes, he's saying, don't make me leave. Matt J. Bull, we know how much you love Hudson-Odoi deep down. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. Would you lot want Neymar or Cristiano Ronaldo, people? Werner wants you. Good evening, my friend. Anthony is a shout. That is a good one, actually. Anthony, yes. That, you know what? That's a decent one, people. That's a decent one. The chosen one. That's what Matt used to describe him after the games as well, man. These were good memories, people. Good memories. Werner wants you. Where you been, man? Werner wants you, but Werner is not wanted by the club, unfortunately. He needs to leave, bro. He needs to go. It's time to go. Good evening, guys. Everyone that's tuning in, man, let me know where you're tuning from. What times? I want to see all the countries in the comments, man. I want to see at least 10 countries right now tuning in. Drop where you're tuning in from. What country, people? What city? Whatever. What time it is as well. And make sure you guys run up the likes, people. Run up the likes. Let's get to over 300 likes during the stream. We've got my co-host coming on right now, 10-minute gang, Mr. Matt J. Bull. Matt, welcome.
Well, it's good to be here, although hearing that cap for the first 10 minutes, most of that is untrue. Cavani is dead food, by the way. Do not let him come anywhere near this club. I don't know what Alfred's going on about, Cavani. I mean, he was talking about Nathan Ake as well, so I think Alfred, whatever they've got down in Australia at the moment, messing up people's brains. But yeah, it's good to be on.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Let's go through some of the time zones right now. We've got Slovenia. Big up to you, Luca. My guy PD with the Pulisic and Capo Lee gif. Yeah, that one. Ireland. Big up to you, Cardiff. Marie, welcome back. I always see you on my streams, on my videos, man. Listen, big up to you, honestly. Elliot, my best Twitch follower, always supporting. I'm sure that says Jamaica, right? Someone confirm for me. On my screen, it just says JM. I'm sure it's Jamaica. Scotland, I'm on Montrose. Yo, do you know that?
It's a place in Scotland.
I was going to say, but I don't know that, man. I don't know that. London, what we got here? Portsmouth. Ireland, Ivory Coast, Wales, Nigeria. Cheese. Yeah, Jamaica, I thought it was. Alright. Oh yeah, hang on. We've got another one here. Nigeria. Big up to everyone that is tuning in. Guys, keep running up the likes. We've got nearly 300 people tuned in. Wow, that's a strong comment. If you do, send a super chat in saying that, and then I'll believe you. If you do not send a super chat in, the $ sign on your screen on the bottom left, bottom right, with any amount, then I don't believe you. Egypt as well. Iraq, no, you're capping. You're capping. Yo, we love you, man. Just keep going. I try my best, man. I try my best to interact with every single one of you guys, man. Guys, drop in your super chats to enter the Chelsea shirt giveaway 22-23 season. Even Matt, actually, wait, Matt hasn't signed up either. So I can't even say Matt has even signed up. But in general, guys, drop in the super chat.
I don't want to make it like kind of corrupt because I somehow win the shirt and then everyone thinks, oh, you're just giving it to the co-host.
We're gonna do it live, though. We're gonna do it live. We're gonna put it on, and then it's gonna do it.
Yeah, but people will call it corrupt, so I'm gonna leave it. I mean, to be honest, the state of these new shirts, I would rather not get a shirt. Thanks.
We always say that every single year, and then we see the shirt and wear it.
Last year I kept to my gut. I've not. It looks like it'll be a second season in a row. I'm not gonna buy a shirt.
Okay. Jaffa, what country are you from? Let me know. If you can message me on Instagram or Twitter at WorldWideChels, the name, please message me ASAP. Brussels in Belgium, yeah. Cheese. But yeah, Jaffa, if you can message me on Instagram or Twitter at WorldWideChels, I will find another way, and then I'll believe you as well. Latest on Sterling, we're gonna come back to that one. Big up to Marman for the super chat. There is a question that I do want to answer. I saw earlier, Matt, and I want your reaction because we have not answered this question before. Where is it? You know what? Someone else mentioned it as well here. Maxwell Cornet. What do you make of him?
Good player, not Chelsea level.
Squad depth?
No, we don't need squad depth, and we've got enough dead attackers in the attacking area. If we're looking for squad depth players, it's not the attacking area we need. We need first team players in the attacking area. Maxwell Cornet is a good player. Don't get me wrong. I think he doesn't deserve to be in the Championship with Burnley. He had a very good season last year, and the positive thing you could say is he can play wing back as well. He's one of them players. He's played right back. So if you was going to say you're going to bring in Maxwell Cornet to be a backup wing back to Reece James, I wouldn't be against it. To come in as a winger, no thank you. Next.
Some people saying that he's got a better end product than some of our wingers.
Yes, but that if we're going to say we're going to get players who have better end product than our wingers, then you're going to sign half the bloody Premier League.
There we have it, folks. That is our...
We want to sign good quality players that makes us progress, not just keeps us where we are.
There we have it, folks. That's our opinion on the first target that we've spoken about today. Look at the names we've been looking at. The Ligt, Koulibaly, etc. Meanwhile, Ake looks like he's the most realistic at the moment of time. Something needs to change. Matt, this is why I need to bring you on today, mainly. Nathan Ake, Mr. Carlito, Mr. Matt, Mr. Wayne. I hope Wayne's cool, but they both come out saying Nathan Ake to Chelsea, man, would be a very, very good signing. For me, I've got nothing against the guy. I got love for the guy. I've actually met the guy, but he's not Chelsea, man. He's not the right guy to take us to that next level.
Yeah, I mean, we currently don't have a left centre-back starting yet. So in principle, I do not want to buy someone who is a backup left centre-back when we haven't even got a first choice left centre-back yet. Plus, he's too much for a backup. 50 million, no way. I mean, when you're seeing that Koulibaly could be potentially less, and he's probably someone you'd regard as a starting centre back in any of the three, you probably would put him left side, but you can put him in the middle as well. I'd rather go for him. I'd rather spend on other players. I mean, if we're talking about, because I know people said, "Oh, he can play potentially left wing back." I don't really agree with that completely. I didn't
agree with that either.
I think he could play left back, but not left wing back. I don't think he's athletic enough to be a wing back. But should you go on that idea, I'd rather go for the other Manchester City player in terms of Zinchenko. I think Zinchenko is someone you could get on a much more fairer price. He was a good player for Man City. Obviously, they do need a left back, and he wouldn't be a first choice, but he would be that backup, the Chilwell you need, and big up Ukraine as well, big up the Mandem. But yeah, I think he'd be a much more sensible signing than spending £50 million on someone we got rid of because he wasn't good enough. I think if you're going to look at someone like Ake and want to spend 50 million on him, I'd rather go look at. I'd rather maybe take a chance on Levi Colwill. I'd rather look at someone like Mark Gui, who did not too bad last season. I'd rather bring him in as backup rather than spending obscene amount of money on backups. I'd rather bring in. If you're going to bring in a Ligt, plus potentially to play left centre back. If you're going to bring a Koulibaly, and you've got money left over that you want to spend on Ake to be a backup, fine, be my guest. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to waste my money on it, but if you really want to, fine. But when we haven't got a left centre back that's starting yet, there's no way we can go in. I mean, people keep saying, "Oh, he's better than Milan Kasar," but we can't just say, "Oh, he's better than a shit player we've got," and justify that as someone would come in. We need to get players that are our level. And Ake's, he's a good. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player for a West Ham. He's a good player for an Arsenal, maybe a Tottenham, but he's not Chelsea level. Not starting, and I don't think we. If Man City said we're going to sell him for 25 million, I'd take that as a good backup. That's a good price. I'd take it. But 50 million, get out of it. Get out. Just sign Sterling. Maybe go and look at Zinchenko, and then leave Man City alone.
There you have it, folks. Everything mentioned about Nathan Ake there, guys. We're going to be speaking about Sterling, Raphinha very, very shortly. Everyone that's tuned in, guys, wrap up the likes, people. Let's get to over 200 likes. I think we're on about 120 likes currently. Let's push to over 200 at least during the stream. Subscribe for new here. The channel is growing a lot, people. 26.1k subscribers. We hit 26k yesterday, and the videos are doing absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys join in every single day. There'll be a video at least around 3 to 4 p.m. UK time. Maybe tomorrow might be a bit earlier, around 12 p.m., 1 p.m. if there's more news. And I'll try and do as much live streams as possible. I might have to come here more often because the connection's decent, surprisingly. There's no issues with it currently. So I might have to come here more often. We're going to be introducing more guests very soon because we've got some on the backstage. Keep staying patient. Guys, wrap up the likes, people. Wrap up the likes. Push it to over. Let's talk about Raphinha. Now, I mentioned my video today earlier. If you've not checked it out, go check out as well. Go like it, go comment, all that good stuff. Raphinha is moving like he's Ronaldinho. Barcelona have offered 3 installments to match Chelsea's price, but it's not good enough for Leeds because Leeds want more money up top, and Chelsea are offering that money. The player really wants Barcelona. I don't know why we haven't moved on, personally. But we are still in pole position currently, from what I understand. As much as Barcelona want to push for this player, they are not getting him at the moment. And also, they do not want to spend 60 million on Lewandowski as well. They only want to spend around 40 to 45 million. So, and they're trying to get Conde for 45 million, which is an absolute joke. Because if anything like that happens, that's a big L on Chelsea's side. Matt, let's hear your side, Raphinha.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very calm on this issue at the moment. I think we've had a lot of Barcelona journalists, Gerard Moreno, whatever his name is, Romeo, whoever he is, who are literally Barcelona's little lapdog in terms of journalists. And other very low-key Spanish sources talking about it. And obviously, they're going to have an agenda for their readers who are Spanish predominantly, as well as Twitter. So they are going to peddle the Barcelona side and egg it on. That it's
but the Chelsea fans are crying about it.
Yeah, but Chelsea fans are reactionary. I give up looking at Twitter now because I just see so many. It hurts my brain. Like I'm quite a smart person intellectually. And I don't want to hurt my brain by just looking at Twitter because it does sometimes. But my point would be, it's always the Spanish sources, just like the Italian sources and other transfers. They're always going to peddle their side and be a bit more biased their side. Just like sometimes our journalists will be a bit more biased their side. So you've got to take both and you've got to look at the neutral journalists like Fabrizio Romano, who hasn't got an agenda on Chelsea or Barcelona. There are other journalists out there, reliable ones generally from other countries. If they say something, I might look at it and go, okay, I look at this opinion, and that is the middle ground. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. Raphinha might prefer Barcelona as a choice. That doesn't mean that if he ever comes to Chelsea, it doesn't mean he's going to be Lukaku. There's no reason why. There's nothing in Raphinha's career to show that he's got a poor mentality like Lukaku has. There will be times where, and there has been times, probably even more than the ones that are public, of players that have come to Chelsea that probably had preferences to go elsewhere, but it didn't happen for one reason or another. That doesn't mean, that you got Fabregas as a key example, Willian until he changed his mind. There are probably many others, and there'll probably be very big signings. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the Drogbas or someone like in that level of signing that we made that may have wanted to go somewhere else at first. But unfortunately, football's a business. You go to a place, and sometimes you just have to. It doesn't mean you're going to have to throw a hissy fit. He probably would like to play it. Otherwise, he would never have considered it in the first place, and he would just bund us off in the first place. But he has considered us. He just might prefer Barcelona. But if it doesn't happen, he's not going to strop about it. So I think the important thing is Leeds do not. We have put a lot of money up front, which doesn't normally happen with transfers. The way Barcelona are trying to do it is the way it goes normally. But we've kind of almost give a guarantee to Leeds to say we're putting a lot up front. So can we, unless someone matches it, can we have exclusivity or a bit more front runner for Raphinha, which Leeds agree with. That's why they're saying to Barcelona, either you match Chelsea or we're not going to talk to you, which I think is fair. Leeds want the most money because Leeds have got, and I know this from a fact that for the Belgium team that I like, they're looking at one of their players to replace Raphinha. So they need the money to pay for him. So they're not going to go, Barcelona, we're going to let you have a little bit less money. They're not going to do that. They want the most amount of money that they possibly can right now, especially because Leeds are losing players, they need to replace players, and they need the money to do that. So I'm a bit more calmer with the Raphinha thing, and I just don't see Barcelona re-signing Dembele, getting Raphinha, getting Lewandowski, getting Koundé, and all the other players that they want.
What if they do?
They're not. If they do, then there needs to be investigation for financial corruption. You cannot be in the state Barcelona are in and then suddenly, all of a sudden, be able to sign all these players. It's impossible. But okay. I would put good money on it right now. I'm not, but I would put good money on it that all these players ain't going to sign for Barcelona. It's, again, I think Barcelona also want to put a lot of news out to show and say that they are a stable, good club at the moment to appease their fans, because their fans, I imagine, are very pissed off with the way the club's being run. They need to, PR-wise, make it seem like they're going for all these signings, so it makes the fans appeased. And that's why all these Spanish journalists are coming out with all these names, the Koundés, Lewandowskis. Obviously, there are some that Lewandowski does want to go to Barcelona. It's clear. Raphinha probably does prefer Barcelona. Dembele, I don't know what's happening with Dembele. I think the Chelsea offer's on the table. Barcelona's on the table. Does he want to stay in Barcelona? Does he want to go to Chelsea? I don't know. I think it'll be one will get Dembele, one will get Raphinha. I'm not really too bothered about that. We've already got kind of Sterling, I assume, sorted, bar any disaster. And I think we will probably get one or the other way, which, I mean, I don't really mind whoever comes in.
Yeah. Is my connection okay? It says I got one bar.
Yeah, you went out you were out for a little bit, but you're fine now.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting a bit worried. If I do happen to do anything, please take over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Guys, run up the lights. We've got 430 people tuned in, people. If you want nipping on, let's get it up to 200 likes, people. 200 likes and nipping comes on. We're currently on 162. Nipping, comment as well. Tell them to like the video, man. Come on, guys. 200 likes. And let us know your thoughts on Raphinha. What do you think is going to be happening to Raphinha? Is he going to be joining Chelsea, or do you think he'll be going to Barcelona? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll pull up some of your answers right now. Guys, cannot stress it, man. Send the super chat to enter the Chelsea shirt giveaway or ask your questions as well, so we can prioritize your questions. There's a lot of people on here. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Imagine Barca match our offer, so we just add another 10 million. I hope we do. Luke Tucker says, forget him. Get Dembele and Sterling in. We should buy Anthony. Who else you got, guys? Guys, comment down, man. Comment. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Raphinha, people. Raphinha. What do you think's gonna happen, people? I don't care anymore. If he comes, then awesome. If not, good luck in Barca. I think that's easily well put there as well, people.
I wish Chelsea Twitter was just in that exact opinion.
That opinion there.
Yeah, because people are just going mental and crying and going crazy. It's like, just have a sensible opinion, please. Stop acting like kids.
Raphinha's at 85% signing. I just want to get Dembele Raphinha already. I'm starting to panic. I think a lot of Chelsea fans are getting worried.
To be fair, we've already got Sterling near enough sorted, so that I know we do need someone else, but it's not like if we didn't have Sterling kind of sorted, I'd understand the panic a little bit more. But we've already got one, and there are plenty of other wingers, as people in the comments have mentioned, that are out there, and there will be left field options that Chelsea may go for. And I imagine there is a bit of war. I don't like to use the word war chest. It's the most PR word going, but there probably is a bit of money saved should they want to spruce on a very marquee like signing, Ronaldo, for example, a Neymar, for example. I don't think they will happen, but should the club be in a bit of, we're losing our targets, I think there is money saved should they want to get an exclusive signing like that.
Yeah, just quickly, big up another super chat, £4.50 from Mr. Father. Evening, boys, all good. Yes, I'm happy. Ferrari are first rather than Max Verstappen. As long as someone else wins and not Max, I'm all good. But yeah, I want Timo Werner out ASAP. I don't know if Matt's with me. Matt, just very quickly, one line. Werner in or Werner out, you?
Out.
There we have it, folks. Timo Werner out. Nippon Sharma. Is he Timo Werner in or Timo Werner out? We shall find out very soon. How many likes are we on currently, guys? We are on 189 likes at the moment. We cannot bring on Nippon right now. Once we hit 200 likes, the others will come on. Alfred, Nippon, everyone will come on, people. Hopefully KJ, Sindre, Wayne, maybe. We don't know who's going to be coming on. Guys, drop your likes below. Let us know if you're Werner in or Werner out and why. I want to see some of your comments right now. Big up. Out all day. Cheese. Let's get him out, people. Werner out. Whoa. In. We've got some in. We don't want...
You've got 8 in.
Huh?
You've got 1 in.
No, you got a couple in. Look. You got a couple in.
Come on. I was going to say...
Nippon Sharma has written the private chat. Werner out. Werner out. Werner out. Timo should stay. I like Werner. Okay, you might like Werner because I like Werner, but is he good enough for Chelsea? You have to say in or out. Simple, people. In or out. Says a man rejected my offer in the club corner. Well, who was right? I went with Andrew. The original offer was you and Andrew, bro. It wasn't me at all. Stop lying to the people, bro. Stop lying to the people. Yeah? Stop lying, father. If you keep lying, Carlos Sainz will crash in the first corner. I'm telling you. I'm surprised he got pole. Did you hear his reaction? I got pole.
Yeah, he was so surprised. Do you know what my best thing was when Verstappen spun and that was the loudest the crowd Silverstone cheered. Oh, it was great. I love, as Patrice Evra says, I love this game.
Good times, people. Good times. Let's see who else you got, people. PD for going, bro. Take care, man. Good to see you. Werner out. Watkins in.
Watkins. Oh no, God.
You should get banned for that comment, bro. Werner's very fast. Pula hit out. Ziyech out too. So he probably Dills. You probably prefer Werner. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Werner in. Werner in, Pulisic out. Timo in. Oh, talking about Timo Werner, look who it is. The Timo Werner guy. Alright. Is it 200 likes? Is it 200 likes? Guys, we want 204 likes. So all the panelists, whoever has the link, come and join us now. Nipin Sharma, welcome. You're muted.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Talk to me about Timo Werner.
He has to go. Not good enough. It's not good enough, Robbie.
There we have it, folks. There we have it, folks. Simple as that, people. Let us know. Timo Werner in. Timo Werner
Bruno
out.
once said, "It's time to go." R.I.P. Claude.
R.I.P. man. All right, let's talk about Raheem Sterling. Now, Matt, you said he should be a Chelsea player. You do realize the actual deal with Raphinha is closer than Raheem Sterling because we've actually agreed a fee with the clubs and we haven't agreed with Man City yet. We're hearing it's going to be 55 million, 45 million up front with 10 million add-ons.
Yeah,
but it seems Raphinha is closer.
Yeah, but I think the Sterling deal is not really any blockage. There's no Barcelona drama. It's Chelsea want Sterling. Sterling would like to come to Chelsea. There's no one really at the moment in for Sterling, so it's a much more straightforward deal. That's what I mean. I think City are not going to be funny with cash. I think the two valuations are very close. It's just ironing out little bits financially, and then I assume Sterling and Chelsea will go through quite smoothly in terms of contract negotiations. So I think it's a deal that will, when it gathers momentum, it will gather momentum very quickly and get done. I think it's more done than people are saying. And I think the only reason it's being kept quiet is because if Chelsea are potentially looking at another City player, they may announce both at a similar time. So say an Ake, a Zinchenko, whoever decide to look at. Maybe it's another. Maybe we go after two City wingers. You never know. There was other.
We're going for everything City though. Ake, Zinchenko, Sterling, the former CEO of Man City. Why are we going for backups?
Are they backups?
Majority of them are.
No, Sterling's his daughter. They play with him on the side and Mahrez on the other.
Can I say that actually there is no, in theory of City, there is no starter for City in attack. They all play a very similar amount of games. There might be a couple players that have a couple more appearances, but they all rotate around a lot. The problem is for Sterling is on that left side, they have three players that are fighting for that side, and I think Sterling wants to be the main guy. At City, no one is the main guy really, apart from Kevin De Bruyne. So therefore, Sterling wants to get more game time, and that's why he's choosing to leave. Bernardo Silva is on the same wavelength, but I think is less wanting to leave. He's not as committed to leave. And Mahrez even was at a point looking like, can I get game time elsewhere? So there are City players that are maybe wanting to get more game time. It's the same with Jesus. It's not that they're backups. It's not that they're people City don't want. It's just they want more game time because it's such a rotational system in the way Man City play in terms of their attackers. That's why and also I'm not being funny. When people say, "Oh, why do we want so many City players?" Well, they've won like 5 out of the last 6 titles, so why wouldn't you want these players that have won countless Premier Leagues?
What if they're not as hungry anymore?
Huh?
What if they're not hungry anymore?
Well, they've won. If they won it last season, they can't just suddenly not be hungry. You know, Pep Guardiola wouldn't accept people that are not hungry.
Honestly, I'm very close to banning this guy for good, bro. I'm really, really close to banning this guy. How can Nippin come on the stream, but this guy tell me I don't have the link yet? Nippin, can you tell this guy how? Can you answer the question for me, Nippin? How can you join if Alfred does not have the link?
Oh,
Nippin, can you answer it? No, you don't answer it.
I already told you my thoughts on Real Madrid. There are only 2 teams I hate more than them.
Yo, what's this guy? Hey, Nippin, stop talking. I'll ask you a different question. You're not listening to me today. You're not listening to me.
Get the chat off then, because it's making me angry.
We're not talking about the super chat.
Listen, forget the super chat. Yo, listen, he's talking nonsense. He didn't give Sammy a ticket either. He's a liar, bro. Listen, stop. Let's ignore Father. Nippin, I'll ask you a serious question. How did you join, but Alfred hasn't joined?
You put the link in the group chat.
Thank you. That's it. That's all I wanted to know, people. Listen, let's carry on, people. We won't sign Ronaldo. Let's talk about Ronaldo. Matt, do we need Ronaldo?
I personally wouldn't sign Ronaldo because I think it doesn't suit Tuchel's system. But I would not also say no if he come in. Whether we'd get him or not, I don't see why not. I think Ronaldo's got a mentality that he won't want to play in some very BTEC European Cup, and I don't know if I don't think he fits really what Ten Hag wants to play. So it's something we should keep an eye on. I don't think it will happen, but we'll have to wait and see.
Nippin Sharma, what do you make of Ronaldo?
He might be 37. He might be a pensioner, but he will guarantee you one thing: goals. Bring him in.
What if we give him the number 9?
That would,
Give him the.
I'll tell you what, that would really test this curse once and for all.
Nah, don't give him the number 9. That'll just ruin his brand. What number is free right now?
Well, he'd get 7, obviously.
Well, who's number 7? Who's number 7?
Rip it off Kante.
Kante will move numbers, don't worry.
Kante can take... Oh, shall we bring the 26 out of retirement?
No. 26 is not retired, is it? I thought 25 was.
Well, 26 hasn't been used since Terry.
Let's give the 26 to Kante. I mean, he is a legend.
There is really no numbers really retired at Chelsea. It's just people haven't used certain numbers.
No, Zola's retired. They've retired a shirt for him.
It might be, Zola's, that's what I mean. There's no other, apart from Zola, there's no other retired shirts. No, not Terry, Drogba's has already been used, Lampard's has been used, Ashley Cole's been used, Ivanovic has been used. So there is no number that is retired apart from Zola's.
Let me answer this question quickly. £10. Make it £250 that I'll be at the first game of the season. £250. Put your money where your mouth is. $250, and then come back to me. Come back to me with a super chat as well. Come back to me with a super chat. Don't respond with no super chat. $250 in general. If you want to respond with a super chat with any amount with your answer. But $250, I'll be at the first game of the season. You guys are mad. We do not need another player that thinks he's bigger than the club. Kante can be Makelele number 4. Can we just say big up for his donations this year? Yes, we can. We can say big up to him for his donations because he has, support the channel. As much as I'm disagreeing with him majority of the times, he is supporting the channel. So big up to him. Who will get number 2 for Rudiger's shirt? Is it true? It might be Reece James. I've not heard anything about that.
Well, Reece James did remove 24 from his bio, so that suggests that happened earlier in the day. I think he's going to change number, and obviously, didn't Ivanovic have number 2 as well?
Yeah.
So that would make sense, but we'll see. I mean, someone said, "Oh, is Reece James leaving?" It's like, no, that means he's changed his shirt number. Let's be honest.
Guys, can you not send Alfred the link because I don't know how he's not able to get in. I'm so confused with this guy. He's getting Twitter Chelsea news wrong by fake accounts. He doesn't know how to join a live stream right now. I'm trying to multitask with all these.
He thinks Ake is a good player, and Cavani.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking that bet. I was mucking around. Of course, you'll be at the game. Thank you very much, my friend. Carabao Cup final was my last game, was it? Was it my last game? Matt, was the Carabao Cup before the game that we went to?
Yeah, it was before Lille.
I sent Alfred. If you're listening, I've sent you the link.
I've sent him as well.
Thank you very much, people. Alfred is when he comes up, I'm actually gonna slate him. Like I'm actually gonna bury him. Oh wait, link not working for me. Don't know how it worked for Nippon. Anyways, cool. Let's focus anyway, guys. We are on 230 likes currently. Let's push to 300 likes, people. Nippon, tell everyone to like the video, bro.
Like the video, people. Like the video.
Is your dad there? Let me see your dad. Is he there?
No, it wasn't my dad. It was my friend.
Who? Your girlfriend or?
No, my brother's girlfriend. She just was checking on me.
Hey, big up. Alfred. Very, very annoyed with you nowadays, Alfred.
Lads, listen. I don't know what was going on. I kept pressing it, and it just said ended. So
can I answer that super chat for the? Okay. Right. Can I answer that super chat for?
Yeah, go on quickly.
4 hours drive to Everton away on one condition: if you pay for the petrol, father.
That's simple. Everyone will pay the petrol, bro.
Anyway,
guys, I can get 4 tickets to Everton right now. If anyone wants to go there. 4 hours, man.
I'm just messing with him.
Okay.
Anyway, Alfred, have you been drinking what right now? Have you been drinking the same stuff as you was when you said about Ake and Cavani being good signings?
I don't remember saying about Ake, but I'm still stand by as a last resort, better than not bringing anybody in, Cavani. So at least for a season or two until we bring in someone else. Last resort, I'll say again, better than nothing.
I think I'd rather sign Nippon, if I'm honest.
What?
Me up front.
Nippon.
I terrorized the
Nippon, you need to go. Family first. Go listen to your father, please.
Right.
I have to make sure.
Guys, if you're still live after my dinner, I'll hop back on.
Good night, my friend.
Good night.
Bye. Just the 3 of us. So we've spoken about Sterling, Raphinha. We haven't spoken about Ligt, people. Very, very serious interest in the player. We're going to be bidding around 70 million euros, Matt. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not for or against the player in particular. I think he was a very good player. He's not had a good time at Juventus. I think he does preferably want an exit move at some point. I don't think he's happy there. So yeah, I mean, if we're going to get the deal done, I'm not against it. My preference would be Koundé and Koulibaly, but I wouldn't mind Ligt either. If it means we're not going to get Ake, then I'm fully in it for it.
Yeah, I mean, the money that we're looking at with Ake, like you said earlier in the video, should be spent on Koulibaly. If we're being honest, that's who it should be spent on.
Yeah, I mean, if we're honest, if Ake is going for 50 million plus, just put the extra on and get the Lit. If I'm honest, he's younger, better, more potential, higher ceiling. I don't see what's the issue.
Who was that defender that Lampard wanted again from Burnley?
Tarkowski. He's just signed to Everton, ain't he?
Yeah, he just.
I was looking
that shows you Lampard was going to finish Chelsea. Lampard was going to.
Tarkowski isn't a bad player. He's just not Chelsea level.
No, but come on.
No,
Chelsea.
But that's what I'm saying. He's like Maxwell Cornet. Good player, not Chelsea level.
No, listen. How are we linked with him, bro? At Chelsea, come on.
No, but that's what I'm. No, but I'm just saying he's not. He shouldn't be Chelsea's level, and I don't think Maxwell Cornet should be Chelsea's level. But I'm not. It's not like he's a terrible player. He's a good player. Most Premier League players are good players, but no, not Chelsea level.
Mr. Alfred, welcome, Mr. Cavani. And you know what? I think you should change your name to Mr. Cavani, personally. Cavani's world class, bro. You're right, by the way. All the mocking I'm doing, you're actually right. Deep down.
He might be world class, but he's got to get actually on the pitch.
Look, based on what he was doing at Manchester United, right? They are a shit team, right? And he really didn't do too badly there, you know.
Alfred, the problem is it's the injuries that's the problem. When he played, in the few games that he played all right at times. But the problem is he's injured all the time, and especially with our injury record, when we get to November, December, we can't be relying on people that are getting injured all the time. And as he's getting older, it doesn't get better. You got to put like a Dembele who's younger, who can grow out of injury issues. When you're Cavani's age, you don't grow out of them issues. You just keep getting injured and keep getting injured, and that's why PSG got rid of him in the end. That's why Man United are not so keen on him now, because he keeps getting injured. And I would rather just not go for another injury-prone person. We've already got Callum Hudson-Odoi struggling with injuries. You've got Chilwell coming off I'm just listing players that have been injured. You've got Callum Hudson-Odoi coming off a long-term injury. You've had Pulisic, who's previously had injury issues. Ziyech does like to have an injury at times, especially at the time when he's doing well. We've got Kante, we've got Loftus-Cheek, who's had problems with injuries in the past. You've got Thiago Silva, who's not getting any younger. He doesn't have any injuries, but you never know he could. You have Reece James that struggled with hamstring problems. We don't need any more injury-prone players. That's why I'd rather, especially the older injury-prone players, I'd like to stay away from them, if possible.
Well, there you have it, folks. I still believe Cavani would be decent in terms of he doesn't have to play every single game, but when he needs to step in, maybe I think that's the point Alfred was trying to make. We spoke about Ligt, we spoke about Sterling, Raphinha, Ake, Dembele, Ronaldo. Guys, we are now 2nd of July. I must ask the question: is it time to hit the panic button with signings? We'll let Alfred start. Alfred.
No, I don't think so, because we've still got a lot of positive news on some of the players that we are linked with. So it's looking like just a matter of time, at the moment for Sterling in particular. Even with Raphinha, again, I know it's looking a bit shaky because those bastards Barcelona decided to get involved. But, I mean, they've been involved for a while. Apparently they've had their personal terms agreed months ago and whatever. But still, they can't afford him, so just piss off. But at the moment, we are leading that one as well. As we all know, at the moment, the only thing that has been accepted in this transfer and known for sure is our offer that we've made. So at the moment, we are leading this race for Raphinha. So, yeah, and I'm sure more news is going to come out as well in the coming days of other players that we've been linked with as well. Maybe I know Sadiq, you and Matt don't really want Ake to come, but we might hear some more news about him as well. So, and again, it's that whole better than nothing thing, right? For me, with just how slow we have moved in the past and ended up finishing with either nothing or close to nothing by the end of a window, it would be nice and refreshing just to finally see a defender come in, even if it's not one of the ones we particularly want, straight away. So
yeah,
I wouldn't panic just yet.
Yeah, Matt, what about you, bro?
I mean, I said at the beginning of the window, I had a very low expectation for this window, especially if Marina and Cech and Buck had anything to do with it. I actually think the progress we are at the moment is probably above of what my expectation would have been. So I wouldn't say I'm particularly worried. I think stuff will get done. I think for the people that think we're going to sign 8, 9, 10, 11 sign-ins and have a fantastic window and go and win the league, I think you guys are going to be disappointed. I think it's going to need a couple windows, and I'm okay with that. I think, as Tuchel said, it's a rebuild phase. We need to rebuild. It's going to take a little bit of time. I think we'll improve from last season, and then move on for bigger things next season. So, I mean, in terms of changing the topic a little bit, what I would expect for this season, I think I want to get some sort of silverware, domestic trophy, possibly a Champions League run, something like that, and probably an improvement league points wise, goals wise in the league. But that's all. I'm not really too bothered on winning the league because I don't think we are that sort of team yet. We're not ready, and I think we will have to rebuild to become that.
Well said, people. Some people actually think we're going to win the league if we sign majority of players. Guys, I forgot who disagreed with me about. Can't remember exactly, but in terms of Aspi, Chelsea will try and push out for as much money as possible. And we currently are. We're looking to get as much money as possible for Aspi. He signed an extension 1-year deal. Barcelona want a player. We've heard Marcos Alonso wants to move to Barca as well. I don't know how Barcelona get all these guys. We're still waiting for them to register Kessie, Christensen. They're not saying, oh yeah, De Jong guys. We might hijack United's De Jong target.
I think De Jong would probably be set on Ten Hag if he had the choice. I think we might try it. We tried to hijack Richarlison apparently, but it didn't work. But
do you believe that? Do you actually believe that?
Not particularly. I think we were interested to a point. I don't think we pursued it because I think Richarlison is. I mean, we've had enough of an attitude player of Lukaku. I do not really want someone like Richarlison in the club. Not the sort of player we need. Not Chelsea quality. He's perfect for a scummy a club like Tottenham. So we move on. But yeah, De Jong. I think he's okay.
He'll be an upgrade, bro. He'll be an upgrade to our team.
The problem is I don't know how well he would suit. My question is how will he suit the Premier League? And I've always had the question on Dutch players. That's why I'm not completely sold on De Ligt. That's why people talk about Anthony. They talk about that Malaysia that's going to Man United. Dutch players have this funny thing of not really suiting the Premier League and taking time. So I would be very...
Collins would be fighting you right now.
I know he's effectively coming from La Liga, but I would have just a bit of reservations of... And is he that DM we want? If we're going to play back three, I think that might work as a centre mid. But I don't think he's that DM we really want. And if I don't really want to spend a lot of money on a midfielder, it's not going to be that DM we want. But yeah,
so who can we actually buy in general? Because we're worried about German tax. Then we're saying Dutch players. You know, where should we actually buy from them?
I think French league has quite a good ratio in terms of play. You got of course there's certain players from every league that you're going to list, but in general, if you look at France in terms of success and non-success, France has a good rate. La Liga players recently have done very well. Obviously, I'm judging that De Jong originally came from Ajax and has predominantly been at Ajax and hasn't even actually suited the La Liga as well as people would think. But generally, La Liga-born players have done quite well. Yeah, and people are gonna moan at it, but it has produced a lot of good talent. But for young players, the Belgian league is always a good pool to go from. Obviously, for a club like Chelsea, you'd have to get the creme de la creme from there, and it would have to be people that would be squad players coming in, and particularly young talent. But that's a league that always seems to suit the Premier League. English league players that go to Belgium do very well. Belgium league players that come to England, bar the Wesleys of the world, do very well in England. So that's a league potentially to watch out. A Portuguese league don't do too bad. That's a league that generally players come and do very well.
Yeah, that's true.
It's mainly Germany. Dutch is just a funny. It's a funny way that league is set up, and it is you have Ajax that are a very good team, and then the quality down from that is just very poor. And what I don't like from the Dutch league, the German league, is defensively. The Dutch league is a little bit better, but especially Germany, the way these teams defend and the way these defenders defend, not very good. It's not a very high quality level, so that makes the attackers look very overrated, and then it makes the defenders look really rubbish. And when they do come, like a Kabak was one of the promising players in the German league. Comes to Liverpool, flops. Comes to Norwich, flops. Absolutely, completely. And now I think he's gone to some Spanish team in like the
So
second.
who we talking about?
That Ozan Kabak, the Turkish player.
Oh yeah, but he was like a panic buy, if we're being real.
No, but he was supposed to be a very big young talent, and that was like what the next Upamecano was going to come. The Konate's done okay, but he's not shone the world. Upamecano's now struggling. The point is these defenders in the Bundesliga are not very good. It overrates the attackers, and in the way the Dutch league is the same. It's just the quality of level. I don't disregard that Dutch players play really well, and even in the international setup, Netherlands are a good team, but that's because international level is lower than the likes of the Premier League. It's a lot more slower game, and it suits the Dutch national team very well, and that's why you get these Dutch players that play very well on the international level. I'd just be a bit wary when people, like for example Ziyech, everyone was saying, "Oh, he's going to smash it. He's going to be this magician." Even I got sucked into it. You just got to have that level of Dutch players may drop a certain level, which is fine, but you just got to be careful of that because people obviously overegg every signing that comes in and says he's got the next big thing.
Did he really get a fair go with us though, Ziyech?
No, obviously it's the formation which we'll get into. Just quickly, let me read the super chat as well. Elizabeth Land should be running tomorrow, definitely for sure. So yeah, look out for that one as well. We do have 2 new guests currently. Mr. Carlito, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, I have a player that I used to coach and used to coach against that just signed with Utrecht in the first division of the Dutch league. Taylor Booth, you guys should go ahead and check him out. He's fucking amazing. He came from Bayern Munich. But I agree with you, Matt, that players in the Dutch league, it's just not as competitive of a league.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Sindre, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be here. Sorry, I'm late.
It's all good. It's all good.
Had to eat some dinner.
Hey, Sadiq, let me ask you a question about journalism in Europe. What are the libel laws like in Europe? Because it seems to me like there are no such thing as libel laws, in particular in Spain.
No, literally nothing, bro. Literally not. I'm surprised with how much nonsense that I read from Barca's side, bro. I'm talking.
It's crazy.
Kunde, 45 million. Lewandowski. Then we got Kesse, Christensen, Alonso, Aspi. Then obviously
Bernardo Silva.
Bro.
Yeah. Where did Real Madrid, Barcelona get all this money? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. Matt said maybe it's because they want to show fans that they're trying something, and a lot of fans.
I said this weeks ago. Come on. This is posturing. No, I mean, look, it's robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're taking this money and what? They're trying to put Band-Aids on a situation that requires major surgery. This is so fishy. Like there's financial doping, there's cooking the books, and then there's selling your soul, and then there's this. I think this is all baloney, and I still think they can't buy anybody.
Yeah,
so.
Like I can understand that they're selling their revenue or TV rights and stuff to gain more money, but that's only going to gain them 200 million for now, and that's like, and then it's like there's still the 4 euros to 1 euro thing you have to take into account as well. So I don't understand how they're gonna get this, and they need people to cut their wages, and they have to sign Christensen and Kessie. So like.
Yeah, Sindra, say that thing again about the cutting of wages, because Laporta just came out today and said everybody wants to come to Barcelona. Also, everybody take a pay cut because we can't sign anybody. This guy, by the way, this guy talks way too much. But he said all these things today. It's baffling.
Yeah, like I can understand that he's probably a good good owner, not good owner, but like he's a good director and stuff. But like there's still so much in depth that they're struggling to even sign free agents, and say that they're going to go for Ousmane Dembele. Now his contract has expired. If they give him a new contract, it's not a contract renewal. He's going to sign a new. He's signing again for Barcelona. It's a new signing. It's not. It's not a contract renewal. It's a new signing.
Which means sign-up fees.
Which technically also means he's on the queue with Kessie, Christensen, that they've still got to register.
Yeah, exactly. So and then he can also demand more money from Barcelona and say, yeah, you guys didn't give me a contract in time for when my contract expired. I want so much money as a signing on fee, which will be even worse for Barcelona. So I don't think what's on the screen right now with the whole thing about Ousmane Dembele signing a new contract, I don't think he's going to sign a contract with Barcelona. I think he will probably go somewhere else. Hopefully, I would love him at Chelsea. Like, if Raphinha doesn't want to come, just bin that deal. I can understand that. If he doesn't sign until Monday or Tuesday because he wants Barcelona, fine, he can go to Barcelona. Then we should go for Dembele, who probably wants to sign for Chelsea with Thomas Tuchel.
It's interesting. It's interesting because obviously now these deals are done. We're expecting something to happen, but this could drag on for more weeks, people. It doesn't have to happen immediately. It can happen another 2 weeks, 4 weeks, deadline day. It could happen any time. So I think we need more information on this soon, of course. As we can see on the screen, Fabrizio Romano, no deadline. But all parties feel optimistic to reach an agreement on a 2-year deal. From what I read earlier today as well, Dembele's now happy to take a 40% cut, apparently. This is what I'm seeing.
Who said that?
I think it was either Ben Jacobs or UK Reporter. I'll try and look for it now, and I'll put it up on the screen as well.
Thank you.
Fair enough, but it's still a new signing. It's not he's not going to renew his contract. It's a new signing again. So fair enough, he can probably take the 40% pay cut, but he can still demand
he
more.
probably will get a signing on bonus or something. On top or something to cover the difference, maybe. Or I don't know. I'm just guessing right now. Unlimited, welcome to the stream. Always thanks for the super chats and stuff. You want to say something about Raphinha very quickly?
Yeah, Raphinha can go sod himself. I'm sorry, but if you want to go to crappy Barcelona, who will probably decline in a couple of years, maybe because of their financials thing, because of their finance. Yeah, they're selling the TV rights. It's only the short-term option to help, but in the long run, it's gonna backfire. So I feel like they're still in limbo. Personally, they're gonna be still in limbo. Yeah, they decided, oh, we'll get Raphinha. Are they still going for Lewandowski? Because if they can't go for both. So if they are going to get Raphinha, then Lewandowski's going to be staying at Bayern, or someone else will get him.
I would say if I were actually Barcelona, they know that Lewandowski wants to go. Sign Raphinha, wait half a year, and agree a pre-contract with Lewandowski and sign for free next summer.
You sound like a Barca fan.
No, I'm not a Barca fan. That's just personally, if I were them, when they're now in a financial situation.
Let's just say,
I'm not Mr. Dowd. I'm not Dowd. I'm not celebrating with a different kit because apparently Barcelona going to hijack Chelsea for Raphinha.
No, this is where I'm just saying.
Fan.
I'm just gonna say, we do not know that if Lewandowski is going to be able to do well in the La Liga. Raphinha could be maybe second choice. Dembele maybe be first choice if he does sign for Barcelona. If he does re-sign to Barcelona, it's going to be either Raphinha or Dembele are going to be bench warmers. And if Raphinha signs and he's going to, I've just come here for a low pay cut with being on the bench. Yeah. And then he could have come to Chelsea with double his wage. Let's be honest, we doubled his wage. And Barcelona didn't even double it.
Like, can I say something as well? If Raphinha goes to Barcelona, it will remind me of another Brazilian right winger who also went to Barcelona, Mr. Malcolm. If anyone,
Oh, Malcolm. Oh my
remember him.
days, Malcolm.
And you know the funny thing about Malcolm, Barcelona is still paying for him, and he's off in Russia.
And they're still paying
Malcolm.
Messi's wages still in a way because they still owe Messi money.
Yeah, so Barcelona.
I don't know how they can still pay for these players. This is the thing I don't get. How? Yeah, you're getting the TV rights and all that stuff.
As both me and Carlito have said, it's PR for the fans. They're not going for all these players.
They're not, because what they can do is go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
They will sign either Dembele on a new contract or they will sign Raphinha. We will probably go and get the other. I think this is the way it's probably going to go because Barcelona can't do both deals. They'll probably end up signing Christensen and Kessie because they're basically waiting to be registered. And relatively, that doesn't harm the finances too much. It's the way if the wages are correct from them. And then I think from there they will scrape for cheap deals for Aspi. They will try and scrape deals for Alonso because that's all they can afford.
Yeah,
Carlito sounded worried today, man. Personally.
I don't know if you heard about the De Jong. I heard news about De Jong.
Unlimited. Hang on. I'm talking to Carlito.
Sorry.
Yeah, so what Matt and I have been surmising for a while is that these guys have an out. Look, they have an out. They can say that they're linked to everybody, and then, fans get all super excited, and when they don't get everybody that they said they were going to get, they have an out. Oh, who's the boogeyman in the situation? It's La Liga and their rules and the tax man and the government. They'll just say this when they can't do it. Laporta will come back out. He'll look sullen. And he'll say, guys, look at all the ambition we were showing this month. But sorry, we really wanted it. We weren't allowed to do it because the league wouldn't let us. This is just classic.
Yes.
Scapegoating, straw man, whatever idiom you want to attach to it. That's what this is.
Yeah.
And I also have to say, anybody that's just like, oh, Raphinha doesn't want Chelsea as his first choice. Yeah, so do a lot of players that end up at certain clubs. Bayern Munich wasn't Mane's first choice. Man City was not Haaland's first choice. So I don't understand where the insecurity with this fan base comes from, where they're like, because we're not his first choice, all of a sudden we're not going to fucking sign him? Shut up. Shut up.
Didn't Fabregas want to do Arsenal when he left Barcelona? And
Arsenal.
Yeah, and then he joined.
It's just insecurity syndrome. I don't care if we're 10th choice. If he comes here and does the business, it's fine with me. It's fine with me.
I told you, Alfred. Don't be worried, man. Alfred, I told you, man.
And
I'll be one of the calm ones.
Huh?
I'll be one of the calmer ones.
You know, you was worried on DMs. You're like, when are we signing someone? When is it gonna happen? Like, what's going on?
What?
Yeah, on Twitter DMs.
I can't remember reading that.
I think you need a bit of sleep, bro. I think you need to go back to sleep.
Sadiq, you are talking the shit today, aren't you?
Sadiq is only trying to throw us under the bus for being for wrong things.
Well, Sadiq did also say I rated Edson Cavani, which is definitely not true.
Hudson, guys, listen, I'm calling it now. Hudson-Odoi is going to have a good year wherever he is. He's going to have a good year this year.
Yeah, he's going to be really good at that mid-table team in France.
Like, I would say if Sadiq said I rated Cavani, I would say, yes, I rated him when he was at PSG and Napoli, but he's long past it now. He's a decent backup striker, but he's getting injured a lot lately, so...
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about? I haven't paying attention. Recently, have you talked about I saw the thumbnail.
Bro, we spoke about everything. We spoke about everything. But Ronaldo to Chelsea people.
Oh, I love it.
Would you guys take it? 37, 38-year-old on $5,000 a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He will teach our players to score.
Is he a 7 Ballon d'Or winner or is it 6?
5.
Messi
7.
Out of Messi and Ronaldo, I only question Neymar with the wages, but Ronaldo or Messi, let's be honest here, they're proven and they're world class at their age. And with Ronaldo, last season he was the 3rd highest goal scorer in the Prem. So I would and think about it with Reece James and his crosses. He would have loved those crosses, and he would have probably scored way more than 3rd.
Don't forget Chile B as well. Chile B had some assists as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget Alonso.
Oh,
hey, then we have to say Aspi as well.
No, Alonso scores goals.
Alonso does have a good cross in him occasionally.
Just to say, sorry about it, guys. I lagged and everything.
Yeah, Aspi has also had a good cross. Do you remember Aspi?
Oh, no, he doesn't. Come on. No, he doesn't.
Hey, Carlito.
For Morata.
That one diagonal ball to a Morata.
Oh, my gosh, man. Lipstick on a pig is still a pig, yo.
The early crosses.
In the comments. Kick Cinder out. Right in the comments. Kick Cinder out, man.
Thiago Silva's the guy you got to think of with passes as well. Thiago's long balls.
Yeah,
him and Ronaldo will suit with that. But
and there's also there's like an incident where I saw, like on Twitter, where when we faced Real Madrid at home, where we screwed it up basically. That one time that fat Lukaku freaking had that one opportunity, obviously with Azpilicueta crosses it, deflects. He was all alone, and if you think of Ronaldo there, he would have buried it because that was a golden opportunity.
Yeah,
Morata would have as well.
I don't touch that shit, Major Kante.
No,
I don't touch that shit.
Morata would not. He would have probably skydived it over the post, not past it. The bar.
Yeah, Morata's apparently linked with Juve again.
Oh, that guy's part of money laundering, man. I don't know how.
Is it Morata or Lukaku has racked up the highest transfer fee in football history?
I think
total.
he is. Yeah. I actually think he is.
How
many clubs has he been at?
He's been at Real Madrid, went to Juventus, went back to Real Madrid, then went to Chelsea, then was sold to Atletico, and then a loan at Juventus, and then probably, if he's wanting to, probably going to go back to Juventus on a permanent transfer, which will rack up even more money.
Yeah. Carlito, I wanted to ask you something very quickly. Pulisic, what is your overall view on Pulisic? Because sometimes I see you're very critical of him, and then sometimes I see he's like, obviously the biggest name. You're going to support him, obviously, US love. But I've seen you've been a bit critical about his goals, I think it was, from some of your responses.
Well, I have to ask you, is being critical of a player, does that mean that I hate the player?
Nope.
Okay,
I never said that.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
I never said that.
Because it's unbelievable. Whenever you are critical of someone, all of a sudden that means that you're writing the player off, that you dislike him, that you want him to leave. But that's Twitter. That's the lack of nonsense. That's the lack of tone or inflection that people have on this fucking app. No, I love Pulisic. And it doesn't matter if he's American or not. I objectively think he's a great player. I also hold him to a really high standard, and he pisses me off. He pisses me off because he does too many interviews, which are pretty look at me, Louis. Okay, it's too many interviews. Brings too much unwanted attention to himself. His father's tweet really pissed me off, and too many American soccer fans talk about him. They talk about him too much. But on that, and he misses a lot of chances, and then he looks surprised every time he misses it. It's like, no, dude, you've been doing this too much, too often, too lately. So I am angry with him for his lack of production, but I overall think he's a great player. And that's okay. I can hold someone to a high standard, Sadiq. That doesn't mean that I'm writing the player off. It just means that I respect him enough to think that he should be playing better.
Now, listen, I wanted to bring it out there in public so I understand it properly. Because like you said, people take it wrong on Twitter. They don't really understand people's
opinions. It's like little kids with keyboards on Twitter, really.
Yeah, so I just wanted to hear that for sure. Because trust me, most Americans are very, very biased towards him. So it's
annoying.
Two sides, if you know what I mean. So Matt, make sure you take some notes on what Carlito just said about Pulisic, because you're one of them. Come on, last season you saw how you were with Pulisic. You always backed Pulisic when you missed sitters, but not with Hudson-Odoi missing chances, you're all over him. It's just
No, not really.
I'll predict.
When Pulisic made that unforgivable sitter,
Yeah.
I criticised him. I'll criticise him when he makes unforgivable sitters. I'll criticise him when he makes. Was it the one against Leeds or something like that? The one towards the end of the season.
It was against Leicester.
Leicester, that's it.
Oh yeah, Leicester. Yeah.
That was the first one. That was the first thing I said when I came onto the stream. Before even saying I'm fine, how are you, whatever. First thing I said to get it out of the way, because people think I have this weird agenda of Callum Hudson-Odoi. I actually liked him under Sarri. This is the thing. I liked him under Sarri. It's not like I've hated him since he's put on a Chelsea shirt. I just don't think. I just don't like some of his attitude.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to go out on loan. I've never actually said, let's sell Callum Hudson-Odoi on the stream.
I agree.
I've always said he needs to go on loan to prove himself, and if he doesn't impress on loan, then you have to think about getting rid of him.
Well, that's the thing. He wanted to go out on loan, and it was rejected.
There was one point where he wanted to go out on loan. It got rejected at the end because Tuchel didn't think he had cover, thanks to Marina and co not giving him the right cover at wing back. But there have been times also where he's been offered to go out on loan, and he said, "No, I don't want to go out on loan. I want to stay at the club." Especially because he's certain. And there was one. I think the Dortmund loan was the one that he was going to go to, and then got rejected. There are other loan moves that he just said, "Oh, I'm too good for that level." I was like, "Well, actually, you haven't proved it at any professional level, really. So really, you shouldn't moan at what loan level you get. You get whatever loan level you get, you get." And they weren't horrible loan levels. I think it was a Bundesliga team that wanted him. There was a couple of Premier League clubs. It's like, you're still playing in top leagues. So just go out and prove yourself. That's all I'm asking. Go and prove yourself, and then you can get in this team. I just don't like the fact that he does a couple of press-ups and these fans say he's the chosen one. It's like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That's a good one, Matt.
he's still the chosen one, guys. He's coming back strong. People.
Matt, what happened to you?
What do you mean, what happened to me?
Sadiq's like talking about like you dying or something. I was like, I woke up to this message. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Wait, which message?
Matt Ball is alive.
Oh yeah. Private joke, guys. Private joke. Apologies.
Just kidding. No, I'm super happy to have Matt back.
Yeah, Matt, don't go on holiday like that again and leave me by myself.
I'll go on holiday end of August,
Oh, you?
Yeah.
How long?
10 days. It's even longer. It's even longer, yeah. But to be fair, when I'm in Belgium, I might be able to still stream.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Sadiq. Yeah. Before I lagged out, I was gonna say something about Barca, about De Jong. Obviously, that I think the president said something about De Jong, that they don't want him to go, they don't want him to leave, and the only issue that is it's salary that they're.
He doesn't want to go either.
Yeah, so if this is true, then Man United are in the mud in a way, because he's supposed to be their top signing, their top priority. But if he stays, so if that goes like he stays at Barca, then another target will have to be sacrificed. If that's the case, they can't keep everyone.
Precisely.
Well, United are, not really a threat. If you know what I mean. I don't really. I'm looking at Tottenham and Arsenal right now.
It depends on the manager. It really depends on how the manager goes with it, and if the Glazers getting money out of their butts.
And also, I would say say we sign Ronaldo, United are even less of a challenge. Or yeah.
But let's just say about United, they always somehow turn up against us. Let's not doubt them right now. Let's be honest. When they play us, some reason they want to freaking turn up their freaking man boots, and then against other teams, they want to put on their little kitty boots.
Yeah.
What?
It's because we're just bad.
Yeah, but like.
Hey Matt, why are you putting this Barca comment up for Sindri, bro?
I didn't put it up.
Come on, man. This is a Chelsea channel, guys, man. We don't want to Barca love, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they can't sell De Jong, it kind of fucks their plans,
Yeah, because the De Jong is like 65 to 80 million.
A lot of dough.
They can get
Lot of
into the
dough.
club.
It's euros though, man. I see euros.
Yeah. Yo, Sadiq, listen to this. And guys, you guys gotta pay attention to how people say these things. President Laporta from Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski is an FC Bayern player, and I prefer to keep the situation quiet. We're really happy that he wants to join Barcelona. We just want to say thanks to him as he wants to come to Barcelona. Okay, that's about as flaccid of a comment as you can have. You know, we're really happy that you want to come to us. But what? But nothing. Nothing. This is all fluff. It's nothing. This is for the fans. It's for the fans, man.
It's for the PR, bro. It's for the attraction.
It's just a whole big bag of nonsense.
It's like the crypto market. Games.
Yeah.
I've heard that JT's NFT has fallen like 99%.
Yeah.
Have
Alfred,
you
what you
guys
saying?
talked about Nathan Ake or something?
Yeah, we're speaking about everything, bro. I'm gonna have to wrap up as well. I've got a low battery. I ain't even got my charger. I have to go home, unfortunately. Alfred, we're gonna let you end it as well. What are you gonna say before I just wrap up quickly? Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say about that Dembele that we saw earlier, that article that we saw from Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah.
It said something about that all parties were interested, and interested in a deal. I can't remember the exact wording, but something along those lines, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so how are we to know that hasn't been the case for a long time? And if it was, why has this deal not been done yet? All that says to me is they're not going to sign Raphinha because they can't fucking afford him, because they couldn't even make a deal with a free agent who apparently have had an agreement with all parties to stay at Barcelona.
And Alfred, sorry to interrupt you as well. Don't forget, he wasn't even a free agent. He was in Barcelona's books as well as a player.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So why couldn't they agree something earlier then?
No, it's true. It's true.
I find that very interesting. You know, that just says to me that this Raphinha thing is just not going to happen for them.
Not going to happen. Yeah.
Basically, you're thinking it's just clout. Basically,
Yeah.
You're saying
like I would take both Raphinha and Dembele at Chelsea.
We're getting one or the other. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
as long as we get one, people. As long as we get one, I think everyone
and
here
Sterling.
will
Like
be happy.
if we get at least Sterling and one of either Raphinha or Dembele, I'm happy, because that means we have someone who's more of a finisher in Sterling, and hopefully one of them who can be more of a creator in on the right.
I'd also get
right
back a
flank.
couple of goals as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What just end up with all three? Yeah, they can't. It's been clear for a while now that they can't do anything with Dembele. Therefore, they're not going to get Raphinha because we're leading the race for him as well, and Sterling is pretty much done. So,
yeah, well, we're leading in a way. We at least agree. We at least agreed a fee with Leeds. We're not leading the race when it comes to agreeing personal terms, because that is Barcelona.
Sandra, I don't think that they're gonna give Barcelona a lower fee just for the pleasure of doing business with Barcelona.
I'm not saying I'm saying we're leading the race when it comes to like accepted bid, but when it comes to
overall,
when it comes to contact with the player, Barcelona is leading, so it's like a 50-50 race. But because Barcelona's financial stuff, they can't agree a fee with Leeds, because Leeds know that they are not going to accept a lower fee for Raphinha because he wants to go to Barcelona, because they've already agreed a fee with Chelsea for 60 million, so they're going to lose out on money who they can spend on, say, a Calvin Phillips replacement and a Raphinha replacement. So it's a lose for Leeds, and they're not going to do that.
Yeah, this is where I'm going to see is that with Barcelona, they're trying to do installments, not like, oh, we'll pay this up front. It's like obviously paying like 45 million euros That's way less. Plus, then installments. It's like, if Leeds accepted that, then they're like, that's just bad business in their part, and really brilliant business from Barcelona. They're trying to get a cheap buck for a player that's really good. They're trying to get a cheap buck out of it. And then, like, who knows when they'll be able to pay those installments? It could be years before they pay it. That's the thing. Yeah. I bet you the board in Leeds are thinking, how long would this take them to pay us? Because they're in debt, in such debt, and they're only doing temporary stuff to pay it.
Hey, Sadiq, you think Deco's already spent the pre-sign-on agreement fee he has with Barcelona? No. I'm dead serious. I think he's already taken the money.
He's taking it.
I'm just gonna ask something. When we're talking about Deco, are we talking about the former player as an agent, or is it another Deco?
Same dude.
So also the former guy that also played for Chelsea
and Barcelona.
Hey, come on, man, stitch Barcelona up, make him come to Chelsea.
Hey, Sadiq, if you really have to go, I want to just say this one thing.
Okay.
The best signing or anything that anybody's going to do this season is Lukaku to Inter, because it's the most important thing for us to do.
They have it, folks. Guys,
can I also add one thing before end?
Quickly, my brother's gonna die. But if it dies, I'm never gonna invite you again. I'm telling you, if it dies right now, I promise.
And also, if you avoid signing Nathan Ake, that's gonna also be a great summer business from Chelsea.
Free Dybala.
People, let me end it, man. Let me end it, guys. Like the video. Big up to everyone. I think the battery's gonna die any second.
See ya.
Thank you, everyone.
See ya.